So, Masamune Date decided to follow Hideyoshi Toyotomi and headed for Odawara. Can you feel Masamune Date's heart-rending sorrow as he made his decision? I wish I had lived in that era. I could have gone with Masamune Date. Huh? What's gonna be on the exam next week? Who cares? The Sengoku era, the days when men were in their full glory. The modern age is terrible. Are there no true samurai left? Now, let's review what we've learned about the Sengoku era. First, no era was ever as good. Second,
oh, I forgot to go to the faculty office. It's whatever. I have time. Iwatodai Strip Mall. Bookworms, used books. Bunkichi is taking a nap.
please, wait a while longer.
He sleeps with his eyes open, but whatever, he's old, that's fine.
Even if the tree is gone, you'll still live on, inside us.
Bunkichi is sleep-talking.
Oh, Kotone-chan, you're here. You could have just woken me up. Or did you just want to watch me while I was asleep? Oof. I feel relieved now, probably because the problem has been solved. Even though it's the middle of the day, I feel so sleepy. Since Mitsuko is here too, I think it's time we told you. Kotone-chan, we sent a letter to Gekko-kan. I told them to cut the persimmon tree down. Oh, wow! You should have seen your reaction, Kotone-chan. It was totally worth it to surprise you like that.
Bunkichi seems very happy.
Sorry that we did it without asking you. Recently, I went to visit the persimmon tree and I met a student on my way back. He told me that the school is planning to build a new addition. It would be selfish of an old man like me to deprive those young people of new learning opportunities. Helping those kids is more important than hanging on to his memory. I think it'd make our son happy too. He was a teacher after all. We're hoping, as we believe our son in heaven is too, that more kind students like you, Kotone-chan, will graduate from Gekko-kan. Please, take this. It's the first fruit produced by the persimmon tree. It's a little rough around the edges, like our son. Mitsuko is the one who suggested we give it to you, Kotone-chan.
Obtain persimmon fruit. This must be something very important to them. You feel the old couple's great appreciation. Just maxing social links left and right. Koryu is really good.
Now, we have to cheer up and get on with our lives. We're too old to waste a single day. Our son would want us to be happy. I'm sure he's smiling down on us from heaven.
It's difficult having such a well-respected son. Oh, does it sound like I'm boasting?
You talked with the old couple until sunset. After saying goodbye to Bunkichi and Mitsuko, you decided to go back to the dorm.
Where have you been?
Monday's a holiday, so we have the next 2 days off. There's only one shadow left. I have to admit, that makes me a little nervous. But we've come too far to lose, so make sure you're prepared.
Ruff. I finally caught up. You're too fast, Koromaru. Stop running so fast. My legs aren't long enough. I wanted to apologize for making so much trouble and worrying everyone. I lost something important, but I gained something at the same time. That's why I think I'll be alright on my own now. Thank you for having me along today.
You spoke quietly with Ken. Ruff. It's seems Koromaru is done playing.
Oh, he's back. All right, this time I'm not going to lose. Let's go.
I'm doing better today. I know it probably looked pretty bad last time, right? I had been reading a book before we met that day. I got so absorbed in the reading that I forgot to close the window, and I didn't realize how chilly it was. Do you read many books? I see. That's something we have in common then.
Akinari seems pleased.
I read a lot of books these days. Read. I find they're the easiest ways to spend my time, since I can get lost in a book's private world. Do you read books all the way to the end?
There are too many good books in the world to waste time on bad books, so not if it's bad.
I don't read the endings either, though I think our reasons for doing so are different.
Akinari smiled.
I really get into the story and usually reach the end quickly, but I never want to finish it. Because if I finish the story, I'll be stuck here again, alone in my room, as Akinari, the person who can't escape his fate. Stories about hope or heroism, those are the kinds of books I read. So hopefully, if I do decide to finish reading them, I'll feel happy at the end when I come back here.
Akinari smiled weakly. Your relationship is stronger now.
Time is ruthless. It looks like the sun is already setting. I hope we have another chance to talk.
You decided to go back to the dorm.
Hello.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Koro-chan looks happy like always. Huh? Isn't that girl the same year?
Huh? Oh, what a coincidence. Are you walking the dog? Oh, and Fuka-san's here too.
Oh, good evening.
Oh yeah, you live in the same dorm, don't you?
What are you doing?
I'm going for a run. It's that perfect time of year, not too hot or too cold.
I see. You're working pretty hard.
The three of you spoke for a while. Ruff. It seems Koromaru is done playing.
Oh, we should get going soon. Koro-chan looks bored. Goodbye, Ryo-san.
Today is Health and Sports Day. Shit.
Greetings.
The exams start tomorrow. It looks like you are all serious about doing well on them. But as for me, I am more serious about what comes after the exams, the final battle. I will fight with all my strength. We cannot lose.
Well, I think that I need to rest. Second semester midterm exams begin today and last for 5 days. That's a tricky one. Because it's not referring to Pythagoras, it's referring to something that he taught you earlier. Today is the last day of the midterm exams. Pen won't stop moving. Mr. Ono seems to have stepped out. Miss Toriumi, the modern lit teacher, is here muttering to herself. Ugh, damn it, I did it again!
When does Class F have their next lecture? Oh, Kitone. What is it? Oh, I get it. You brought me some cake, huh? I'm not a fan of Mont Blanc, but I like all the other kinds. That's not what I meant to say. Hey, you're here just in time. I was about to go fill the class in on the section I forgot to explain in my last lecture. If I don't do it, I'm gonna get a reprimand. It's tough being a teacher. If I explain it to you right now, could you pass it on to everyone else? It doesn't have to be too detailed. Hey, do you want some watermelon next time I have some left over? I felt someone staring at me. That Rotnikode is somewhere around here. Damn it, I guess I'll have to do this myself. Well, I might as well practice the lecture on you. I mean, we've already established you're not going to give the lecture in my place, right? You listen to Miss Toriumi's lecture by yourself. Mr. Ono doesn't seem to be returning. You decide to give up for today. Alright, let's finish Fuka's. She's not here? Why not?
Sup, dude?
Phew, it's finally over. Dude, want to go to Tartarus today? Yes or yes? Awesome! I don't even want to think about school anymore.
You don't want to go to Tartarus? Rough, rough, rough.
Man, going on a jog on a day like this just feels right. It makes me forget all the tests I failed. Look at that. Koromaru's so worked up. I'm sure he has stuff to think about too, like recent events.
Way to bring the mood down.
Dogs are just so honest, you know? When he looks at me, I get embarrassed, like he can see right through all the lies I tell myself. You just can't lie to Koromaru. That dog.
You spoke quietly with Junpei.
Rough. Oh, and here comes the dogster himself. Guess it's time to head back, huh?
Whoever it is, no. Ew, no, I'm about to max your link. Ooh, hell yeah.
I got really into my reading last night and never went to sleep. I thought I'd be fine since I have many nights when I'm unable to sleep because of my illness, but I guess my condition won't improve if I keep taking chances, though. Yes, I suppose I need to apologize. It's been a long time since anybody raised their voice at me.
Akinari smiled.
I came all this way because I was hoping to find you. Remember how I talked about reading upbeat stories? There are plenty of stories, but I don't think reading them will ever be able to make me feel better. The problem is, all those stories were written for someone else. I guess what I'm saying is selfish. I'm being selfish about you, too. You're always coming to see me, and I take up a lot of your time. How much of your valuable time have you used on visiting me? I don't deserve it. You're spoiling me, I'm afraid. That's why I like you, though.
Akinari smiled weakly. Your relationship is stronger now.
Sorry. It seems I used too many words today. I'd like us to be able to speak here again sometime.
It looks like Yukari's room.
I guess it goes like this. Welcome! Are you ready to order? Kinda sucks that the school festival got cancelled.
It's the best sprite.
Just wear this around the dorm for the day.
It reminds me of the really good...
Sup, Yucatan? Hey, does that mean you gotta call me master? What's going on, Yukari? You're planning to work at Mitsuru's mansion or something?
Ugh, forget it. I haven't had a chance to return this yet, but now that I look at it, it's a real uniform, not just a costume. Hey, I should take a picture before I give it back to Senpai.
Yukari-chan, are you there? I need your help with something.
Sure, one sec. Yeah, I should drag Fuka into this too. Wouldn't want to be the only one in the picture looking this way.
Yukari-chan, those clothes!
I've got a couple spare outfits, if you want to try one on. How about it?
Huh? Well, wait a second.
Yukari began pulling at Fuka's clothes.
Don't worry, just hold still. This is a little tricky to put on, so it'll be faster if I help.
Wait! Yukari-chan! Oh!
And Fuka can't wear the maid outfit. She can't wear anything. Rise can't wear anything either in Persona 4, which sucks. And apparently, because, like, she shows up in battle a lot to support you. So it's a shame. And apparently there's no way to mod it because she shows up, like, via particle effect. Or at least last time I talked to modders, they didn't have a way to do it.
Oh, you're late. What's up, kid?
Mutatsu's breath smells of alcohol. He must have been drinking a lot.
Don't you think it's rude to make someone wait? Didn't Dad tell you not to do that? Eh? Huh? It isn't? Oh, that's right.
Mutatsu seems amused.
I thought you got in an accident or something. Don't make me worry like that. What the hell are you doing this late? Well, that's true. It's none of my business.
Mutatsu seems impressed.
But watch your mouth. Who the hell do you think raised you? You?
It seems Mutatsu is sobering up.
Damn. All this time I thought you were... I guess my eyesight's getting bad after all. I thought the pitch of your voice sounded a bit high.
That's like literally the only difference. That one line is like the only difference between the male and female routes. Like the tower one is not one that changes at all. Actually, I think this might be the same. Because the male character has a rather high-pitched voice too. Mutatsu mistook you for his son. You understand his loneliness better now.
Spending all my time with clients, missing anniversaries and birthdays. I wonder if they felt the same way I did as I waited for you earlier. My wife and my son. It's been 4 years since they left. I used to stay out past midnight, and when I got home, my wife and I would get into a big argument. Now when I go home, I don't know what to do with myself, so I just come here and drink every night. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I shaved my head, but it's only for show.
Mutatsu is laughing sheepishly.
I get drunk to avoid facing my problems. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm running away. She hasn't called me or sent me a letter since then. She must have gotten over me. Who knows where they are, or if they even want to see me. Forget it. It's too much of a hassle anyway. Alright, kid, let's get out of here.
You left the club with Mutatsu. Exam results, and I of course did amazingly. Yep.
Okay, everyone, come get your tests so we can go over them. On question 1, you were to use the formula we spent several days on to solve it, remember? The next question was a word problem about calendars. Does anyone here buy a new calendar every year? If you do, you're wasting your money. You see, calendars have only a set number of patterns. After all, how many days can January 1st possibly fall on? I'll pick a student mathematically. Let's see, Kotone. How many calendar patterns are there? Correct. Well done. Obviously, January 1st can only fall on 7 days, Monday through Sunday. But you must factor in the possibility of a leap day at the end of February, which gives you 7 more patterns. 2 variations based on 7 days gives you 14 patterns in all. Any year you can name falls into one of these 14.
Mr. Ono seems to have stepped out. Mr. Takanozuka, the physics teacher, is here muttering to himself.
I should get going, but there's no time to waste. If I power walk to the station, it'll take 7 minutes. But if I consider the speed that the train pulls into the station, 3 minutes might not be enough. Oh yeah, I'm in charge of dinner tonight, so that's another 12 minutes to getting groceries. I better compensate for the pressure ratio when mashing potatoes to avoid inefficiency. If an average potato's diameter is about 12 centimeters, then that comes out to... Oh, forget it. Going home isn't worth the bother. I'm staying at school. Oh, it's you, Kotone. Do you want to stay the night at school, too? You're looking for Mr. Ono? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen that helmet lately. I mean that teacher. I don't have time to fritter away looking for him either, so try again later. You know, that helm of his really is a nice piece. I'd never say so to Mr. Ono's face, because I'd never hear the end of it, but it's fine craftsmanship. The curved line at the top... It's an ideal arc for absorbing impact. An arc like that can absorb about 48% of the impact from above. Then there's the material. It's not just a thick chunk of metal. It's extremely thin metal, in fact, layered with finely braided hemp for added practicality.
Mr. Takanozuka's lecture goes on and on.
So that explains that. See? Isn't it a wonderful specimen? Its origin? I wouldn't know anything about that. Archaeological details don't interest me.
You learned about the construction of ancient helms. Mr. Ono doesn't seem to be returning. You decide to give up for today. Gekkokan High School, Student Council Room. You helped Hidetoshi with his Student Council presentation.
So that's my review on the proper way to wear one's uniform. Please keep these things in mind. I'm not trying to force everyone to change the way they dress. I would like to hear your opinion.
You overhear several comments. Hey, did Hidetoshi just say he wanted to hear our opinions? Before, he didn't care what we thought. Well, at least he's trying. The meeting is over. Only you and Hidetoshi remain.
Thanks, Kotone-kun. I couldn't have done it without you. How'd I do? Well, I'm proud of myself for making an effort.
Hidetoshi seems satisfied.
I may have given people the impression that I'm selfish, but I'll win back their trust. Look at this.
Hidetoshi removed a lighter from his pocket.
You know that cigarette butt in the bathroom? One of the guys fessed up. And you know what else? He promised me that he'd never smoke again. This lighter is proof of that.
He can't buy another lighter.
I earned his trust by showing concern for others, just like you taught me. Here, I want you to have this. Thanks.
Tame cheap lighter.
I've been looking down on people, but that caused friction with everyone and dragged in someone dear to me. It really hit me when I was persuading the lighter's owner how important it was to make an effort to understand. I learned that technique from you, as you employed it upon me.
Hidetoshi seems embarrassed. You sense Hidetoshi's respect for you. Your relationship is stronger now. This social link sucks. We didn't even do anything. I mean, I say the social link sucks, but this is just par for the course in the male version. Like, all the social links suck except for, like, the girls.
Do you remember the story I told you? About the TV anchor woman? That man sent to prison was my father. I see now that sincerity is important, and I'm proud of myself for learning its true meaning. I also realize what an amazing man my father is. One day, will I be able to stand by your side?
No. Hidetoshi is looking at you.
It's time to go home. You want to go somewhere? You know, we've never hung out outside of school.
You decide to go with Hidetoshi. He seems really excited.
Hello.
And that's it for Hidetoshi's. There's no romance route except for the part where he says, I have a crush on you, and then nothing happens.
Your exams are over, right? Well, I'm ready to go to Tartarus when you are. I promise to do my best until the very end. I'll be fighting for him, too.
Rough. Koromaru is scratching himself with his hind leg. You recalled that happened once before. If you recall correctly, what you did was... You asked Koromaru if he wants you to brush him. Rough. Koromaru is wagging his tail. Koromaru joyfully brought a brush. Rough. Koromaru rolled over. Where should you start brushing him? Rough. Koromaru seems pleased. This is the best social link. The fur around Koromaru's stomach feels a little different. When you look closely, you see traces of a stitched wound. You recall that he didn't like having his stomach touched. I'm assuming this is the injury he got when we first saw him, like, after fighting the shadow. But they never say it directly. Koromaru is looking up at you with his big ol' eyes. Even when you touch his stomach, Koromaru doesn't shy away from it. You feel as if Koromaru has opened up to you. Rough. Koromaru is yawning contentedly. You spent a quiet moment with Koromaru.